You can have the best project plan, the smartest team, and the latest tools, but if you can't align people, manage expectations, or say no without burning bridges, your project is at risk. Welcome to the real game changer in project management: negotiation. In the world of deadlines, scope creep, budget cuts, and conflicting agendas, negotiation isn't just a skill, it's your survival toolkit. It's what transforms deadlock into progress and conflict into cooperation. Ready to discover how to lead with influence, not just authority? In the high-stakes world of project management, technical expertise and planning tools alone are not enough to guarantee success. Projects are driven by people, each with different priorities, perspectives, and interests. Whether it's aligning a project's scope with stakeholder expectations, resolving internal resource conflicts, managing vendors, or navigating sudden changes, one essential skill underpins all of these situations: negotiation. Negotiation is far more than bargaining over costs or deadlines. It's a strategic communication tool that fosters collaboration, aligns conflicting goals, and builds sustainable agreements. Project managers negotiate continuously, often behind the scenes, to keep projects on track, within budget, and supported by all key parties. This deep dive explores negotiation not just as a soft skill, but as a core leadership competency in project management. We'll unpack the psychology behind negotiation, explore frameworks like BATNA and interest-based negotiation, dissect real-world scenarios, and equip you with advanced techniques to handle high-pressure conversations with confidence. Mastering negotiation is not optional, it's fundamental to leading complex, dynamic, and stakeholder-rich projects with success. 1. Understanding negotiation in the project context. Negotiation in project management goes far beyond haggling over cost or time. It is a strategic communication process used to influence, align, and resolve differences among parties with varied, and sometimes conflicting, interests. Projects involve multiple stakeholders: clients, vendors, internal departments, and team members. Each has unique objectives, risk tolerance, and value perception. The project manager's role is to find common ground while safeguarding the project's triple constraints: scope, time, and cost, plus quality and stakeholder satisfaction. 2. The strategic importance of negotiation. Negotiation is required at every stage of the project lifecycle. Initiation phase: clarifying project goals, budget, deliverables. Planning phase: aligning timelines, resource allocation, and role distribution. Execution phase: managing change requests, team conflicts, and vendor disagreements. Monitoring and controlling phase: adjusting plans, addressing performance issues, renegotiating deadlines. Closure phase: finalizing payments, responsibilities, and handovers. Without effective negotiation, a project manager may face scope creep, stakeholder dissatisfaction, or even project failure. 3. Core psychological dynamics in negotiation. Understanding human behavior is central to successful negotiation. Several psychological principles come into play. Reciprocity: people tend to return favors, offer small concessions to gain larger ones. Anchoring: the first number or proposal often sets the tone. Be strategic about your opening. Loss aversion: people fear loss more than they value gain. Frame compromises as loss avoidance. Framing effect: how you present an option impacts its reception. You'll gain X by choosing Y. A project manager must manage egos, navigate corporate politics, and appeal to both logic and emotion. 4. Advanced negotiation techniques. Here are advanced tools and strategies that elevate project negotiation beyond basic tactics. A. BATNA. Best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Know your fallback. A strong BATNA gives you leverage and prevents you from accepting unfavorable deals. ZOPA. Zone of possible agreement. Identify the range within which both parties are willing to settle. If you're outside the ZOPA, either adjust your offer or walk away. See interest-based negotiation. Instead of focusing on rigid positions, we must meet deadline X. Explore underlying interests. Why is deadline X important? This opens room for creative solutions. D. The nibble technique. After agreement is near, request a small concession, e.g., can we include post-delivery support? If timed well, this often succeeds. E. Deadlines and time pressure. People make concessions under time pressure. Use this wisely. Don't bluff with fake deadlines, but know when time urgency benefits your position. 5. Real-world project negotiation scenarios. Case 1. Vendor cost overrun scenario. A vendor increases costs mid-project. Approach. Review contract clauses. Prepare your BATNA, alternate vendors. Reframe discussion. How can we stay within budget together? Offer a compromise. Split costs in exchange for extended partnership. Case 2. Internal resource conflict scenario. Two projects require the same high-value resource. Approach. Use interest-based negotiation with resource owners. Offer value, e.g., training for other team members to offload tasks. Seek executive arbitration if alignment fails. Case 3. Client adds scope mid-project scenario. The client demands a feature not in the initial scope. Approach. Reference scope agreement. Use the yes, but method. Yes, we can add that, but we'll need an additional week in budget. Present options with trade-offs rather than rejecting outright. 6. Cross-cultural and virtual negotiation considerations in global projects. Cultural differences affect negotiation. Some cultures are high context, rely on indirect communication. Others are low context, direct. Understanding power distance, risk aversion, and negotiation formality helps avoid misunderstandings. In virtual settings, tone and clarity matter more. Build rapport with early informal chats. Use shared documents or visual aids to reinforce messages. Confirm agreements in writing. 7. Building long-term negotiation competence. A. Self-assessment. How do you handle pressure? Are you assertive or accommodating? Do you prepare thoroughly? B. Practice and feedback. Role play with peers. Use project retrospectives to reflect on negotiation outcomes. Seek feedback on communication style and emotional responses. See continual learning study cases. Read books, e.g., Getting to Yes, Never Split the Difference. Attend negotiation workshops or training. 8. Conclusion. Negotiation is a leadership multiplier in project management. Negotiation isn't just about deals. It's about relationships, collaboration, and shared success. Great project managers use negotiation not to overpower but to align, not to dominate but to influence. Mastering this skill amplifies leadership credibility and enables resilient, value-driven project outcomes. Negotiation is the project manager's superpower. Negotiation is not a one-time event in a project's life. It's a continuous, evolving dialogue that shapes outcomes from initiation to closure. It is the bridge between planning and reality, between competing priorities and shared success. A project manager who can negotiate effectively isn't just solving problems, they're unlocking value, building trust, and guiding the project through uncertainty with clarity and control. In today's collaborative, cross-functional, and fast-paced environments, the ability to negotiate is what transforms a good project manager into a great one. It enables you to turn conflicts into cooperation, trade-offs into opportunities, and stakeholder resistance into support. By mastering negotiation, you empower yourself to lead not only with authority but with influence, empathy, and strategic vision, ultimately steering your projects toward sustainable success.